it's me, Gaby. I'm a wife, a mom, a chef, and a cookbook author based in LA. I'm a firm believer in creating incredible meals that are simple enough to make during the week, but special enough to serve up on the weekend. And bringing friends around the table to share delicious eats is always a bonus. I have a pretty incredible group of friends who are crushing it in life, but sometimes they need a little help in the kitchen, and that's where I come in.
I look professional with that.
Grab a glass, pull up a chair, and see what I'm cooking in my best friend's kitchen. I can promise you, you'll be obsessed. I'm here. Guys, Thanksgiving is almost here, and one of my dear friends, Hilary Duff, called me last week to talk some recipe ideas, and I said, why don't I just come over and cook with you? So here I am with my pie, and we're gonna put ourselves to work. I sent her the menu, she did the grocery shopping. Her kitchen is also beautiful, and I can't wait to show you. Let's go say hi. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so good.
Made you a little pie.
Of course you did.
I know. I'm the friend with the most.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
Are you ready to Thanksgiving?
I am. I'm so excited.
I mean, we're making quite a bit of food.
I'm ready. I'm prepped and ready for you.
Thanksgiving will never be easier.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
So I brought the pie, but we're not gonna make dessert today. We're just gonna do all the savory sides and the turkey breast.
That's the important stuff for me.
True. Here's what we're making today. We're making this roasted turkey breast that has an herb-crusted topping because we need that skin. This is probably like a 5-pound turkey breast. It would feed probably 5 to 6 people. I'm thinking when you do a turkey breast, it's roughly 3/4 of a pound per person.
But you could easily do 2 turkey breasts and still have
No
less
question.
work than a big bird.
It takes up less time, it takes up less space in your oven. It's amazing, and it still has so much flavor. We're making chipotle mashed sweet potatoes.
Yum.
I feel like it's a nod to our roots. Like you grew up in Texas, I grew up in Arizona. We need some chipotle.
Yeah.
Garlic, green beans, and cream kale.
I've never made cream kale.
You could do a cream spinach too, but we're gonna do kale because it's a little heartier.
Great.
That's our menu. Simple, traditional, nothing's complicated.
Are the sweet potatoes mashed?
Yes. We'll talk about that later, but I have some opinions on sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure you do, Gaby. She has lots of
I
opinions.
have a
That's why
lot
I
of
love her.
opinions. Okay, let's make the herb situation.
Okay. Tell me what to do, chef.
Very sharp. We have some sage, we've got thyme, and some rosemary. Okay, so let's just like pull off some of the rosemary. You can just discard like this bit, we don't need it.
Okay, but do I need to, like, I never know about this, these little offsprigs.
Yeah,
do I
like,
have to do better?
No, you're doing pretty good. But like the woodsy part, like this brown
It's
situation,
tough.
yeah, like we don't want that in our delicious turkey skin.
Okay.
Right? Okay, I'm gonna throw some thyme in there.
When you do your thyme, do you just like skin it like that?
Yeah, just like this, I'll show you. I mean, thyme's a little complicated because there's so many other leaves, but I just pull down just like that and right in there. Okay, that's perfect. Do you know how to cut them? Slice them up, like finely.
Okay.
Okay, so you do that. We're gonna put that in here. I'm gonna grab some olive oil. And then this is just gonna go in here with the herbs and some garlic. And this mixture, we're gonna put both under the skin and on top of the skin. And
Are you horrified by the way that I'm doing this?
no, your knife skills are pretty amazing.
Okay.
And you have like a lovely manicure, which is hard to chop with, in my opinion. You can put garlic in this with the skin. And then it comes out and it's just like so heavy duty, it's no problem. Like, look at that.
Wait, but are we eating the skin?
No, there's no, I mean, these were peeled. I peeled these ahead of time.
So what happens with the skin?
If you had the skin here, you would just do this and like peel the skin right off. It's a dream.
So it doesn't go through the holes?
No, it's
That's
a
cool.
dream. Here,
Did
wait,
I do this fine enough?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
Throw that into the bowl.
It smells so good.
I mean, it's Thanksgiving, guys. This is Maldon, and it's got like this nice big, I mean, I'm just gonna put this in there because
We're fancy
we're
like
extra.
that. It's the holidays, baby.
But it's like a lovely finishing salt. It's not like overly salty. It just has a great flavor.
How much of this did you want? I've done probably like 6 or 7 cracks.
Do 3 more. Do you love pepper?
Yeah.
I do too. And like the crispy turkey skin is everything. Okay, so let's just mix this together.
With her finger.
I mean, they are clean. Nobody panic. Okay, so when you make your whole turkey at home or on a normal day, do you put it under the
Yes,
skin?
I separate that gross little membrane
Yep.
situation.
So you just kind of take your hands and go underneath the bird. We forgot the lemon. So, I mean, typical, I always forget something. So let's just do a little, like maybe grab 1 lemon and we'll zest it.
Okay.
And put that in on top so it gives a way to do things.
Okay, so zest the whole lemon.
Zest the whole lemon and just throw it. Yep, perfect. And we'll probably juice the lemon and throw it into the basting liquid. That's perfect. Gorgeous. Okay, let's just mix that around. Yeah, right?
Smells good, everyone.
Look at this. Okay, so
wow,
this.
she's pretty.
She's gorgeous. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish putting this on. Do you wanna just hit this with a little extra salt and pepper?
Yes, I was thinking
Then we've got rosemary, thyme, a little bit of, what else did we put here? Sage, olive oil, garlic. Okay, so we've got our turkey breast ready to go. I'm gonna give you this, but we don't want it to cook in its juices, so I'm gonna make a bed of onions. I'm just gonna slice this.
You're gonna leave them bigger.
I'm gonna cut them into rounds. You do like a pre-run of Thanksgiving.
Oh, I do a pre-run of Thanksgiving because I get so nervous that I'm gonna mess it up. One year, I nailed the turkey. It was actually the best turkey I've ever had.
Golden, beautiful, stunning,
oh my
moist.
God, the skin was crispy. It was moist. It was like salty in the best way, like flavorful. And then on Thanksgiving, I served a raw turkey to everyone. We were cutting it, and my mom actually got in my head. She was like, "It's done, it's done." And I was like, "There's no way it's done. It cooked way too fast." See the onions, they kill me.
Yeah, oh, well, you
I didn't even cut, I'm just holding.
You should tell everybody what you normally have to do when you're cutting onions. If we weren't here and I wasn't here to cut an onion, this lady would be wearing goggles. Goggles.
If you don't have onion goggles and the onions bother your eyes, invest in some. Guys, I'm just gonna show you now.
This is a look.
It's a vibe.
Nothing's ever been more fashionable.
They really work.
Okay, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's on a bed of onions. The last thing I'm gonna do is add some wine. Some white wine.
Do we get to drink some of that wine?
Yeah, we sure do. We can get some glasses out at the same time. But we're just gonna pour in like a cup of wine, white wine, any kind of white wine's fine, but something you'd actually drink.
Okay.
Because that's gonna give it a little bit of a steam and it's just gonna have a little bit more flavor. And it's gonna make your house smell delish.
How do you measure out your wine like that?
With your heart.
We're gonna have a good time. She's gonna have a good time.
Okay, she's going in.
You might have to turn her. Oh, no.
Woo!
She fit.
Okay, so normally when you're doing a turkey, you would have some basting liquid from everything that was on the bird and there would be like more drippings.
Right.
Since we don't have that, we're gonna do a quick little butter stock situation.
Okay.
So you want to turn that on. It's gonna melt some butter and some stock, and we're doing this because a regular bird is like a lot bigger, there's a lot more juices, and we don't have that with the breast, and we want to baste it with something. So you could use chicken stock, you could have turkey stock, you could honestly use vegetable stock, beef stock, whatever. You just want something.
You want some juice.
Want something a little flavorful, so like a 1/4 cup of that and 1/2 of a thing of butter.
Tell me all the tricks.
Let's put some lemon zest in it as well.
Ooh, yes.
Right? Because we didn't juice the lemon and we need a little bit more. Okay, all you. Throw some pepper in there. We're gonna melt that. And then like every 30 minutes.
Is that enough?
That's perfect.
Okay.
While this is going, let's just give this a little stir.
I could do that job.
I know, this looks perfect.
Okay,
So
cool.
let's just let this simmer. I feel like we pour wine and wait. Ready? All right. Cheers. Shall I make some sweet potatoes?
I would love to make sweet potatoes.
Okay, so you have to tell me, are you a sweet potato with marshmallow kind of gal?
Okay, I'm not a hater.
Yeah.
I like it, but I like them multiple ways. I like salty, but I like sweet.
We're not making sweet potatoes with marshmallows.
We're not, we're classy.
For today, and we're gonna make Chipotle mashed sweet potatoes. It's like a little nod to our Texas and Arizona roots.
I love Chipotle, but I've never actually cooked with it.
Oh, have you bought the little jar? It's red. You open it up and you have like 10 Chipotles to work with. You never need that many in a recipe. We're just gonna peel these sweet potatoes and we're gonna cut them into giant chunks.
Okay.
And then boil them off for a second.
Okay, and then you were telling me something, a little trick. I always think that if I put hot water in the pot, I'm gonna boil faster.
Yeah, you're not. Well, it's not. You will boil faster, but they don't cook evenly.
Right, so that's not a good thing.
So yeah, anytime you're doing potatoes, sweet potatoes or regular potatoes, you want to put them in the pot, like I'll show you, and then we'll fill it up with water and put it on the stove. So let's cut these into like large chunks.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes cook pretty quickly, so like we don't need them to be too fine. And like honestly, let's
But
just
half them, right?
Yeah, like just keep the knife skills pretty simple. So like large chunks, and then we're gonna throw them into a bowl. Let's put that in there. I'm gonna grab our Dutch oven, and let's just throw all of that right in.
Okay.
And then, like you said, we're gonna cover it with just a little bit of water, just to like cover the top.
Why just a little bit of water?
Because we don't need a ton, and the less water in there, the faster they'll cook. So this is perfect.
Is that too much?
No, that's like a healthy pinch. It's just barely covered. We'll throw this on, and we're just gonna throw it on like high heat. Will you turn this on?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
My mom has cooked over here 100 times, and she's still like, get the stove on for me.
You just did the wrong one, so that makes me feel better because I always turn the wrong burner on.
There's all these turners here.
Okay, so while that's going, we're gonna bring it to a boil. We want it to be fork tender. I'll show you guys in a minute. Shall we baste the turkey?
Yes.
Okay.
The turkey smells delicious.
Look at that. It's beautiful. Like, we're cooking this low and slow, so that's not brown yet, but when we add the butter, it'll get brown a lot faster.
I just want to touch it.
Yes, well, don't.
I am. Oh my God.
Okay, so this is our little basting liquid that we made earlier. The stock, the salt, the pepper, the lemon, and the butter. And just go ahead and throw that all on there without like trying to, we don't want to like take off all the herbs. Okay, so this is gonna go back in. I'm gonna rotate it. Okay, she is going back in here, and we're gonna wait for the sweet potatoes to cook.
Great.
Do you remember when you didn't have a kitchen for music class?
Yes, and I hosted Easter over here.
Sure did.
It was a bagel Easter, guys.
Construction zone. Tell me about what, because it's beautiful. Like, this is one of my favorite kitchens.
Oh my gosh.
And you're kind of a design buff. Like, she's very good at this.
I have a problem.
Why?
Well, I just always want to change things. Like the second I wrap up a project, I'm like, ooh, and that corner, and this corner, and in this room.
So wait, this is new.
So the hanging cabinets, the open shelving is old, but the backsplash is new. This was kind of like a 70s inspired, these like Italian. This was here.
Okay.
My hood was here.
And this is stunning.
My Le Cornu I got when I moved into this house.
Okay, it didn't come with the house.
No.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know, a piece of jewelry.
She's beautiful. Like, look at this.
She takes a little bit to get used to cooking.
Is this like a rose gold accent?
Yes. So one thing that I loved was that like all the metals are different in here. And it made me nervous at first, but like this is brass and this is rose and this is stainless steel. But then it kind of all speaks to each other in a nice way.
Talk to me about this situation.
Oh, yes. She always is going to be here. That's my grandmother's. I have like 2 things from my grandma, who's no longer with us, and it's her cookbook holder, and I would always cook in the kitchen with her. And her specialty was chicken and dumplings.
Love her.
I know, and then I have some like big door knocker earrings that she used to wear.
Sounds chic.
She was great, Danny.
It's so beautiful in here.
Thank you. We do spend a lot of time in here.
Sweet potatoes have been boiling for like 15-ish minutes. We can check on them. Oh, perfection. Okay, so look, guys, what you can use a fork or a knife or a giant chef's knife, but that's what you're looking for. You just want
tender.
Yeah, she's ready to roll. Okay, so let's drain these. Do you want to grab some salt? Well, we have salt. Grab the pepper.
Do I get to do the mashing?
Yeah, you for sure can.
Okay.
Throw these right in here. We're not about to get another bowl dirty. Is this a rough mash, or we want them like smooth and nice? I feel like you could go a little rustic. Okay. Like I'm into a rustic look. This is what chipotles and adobo look like. Straight from the jar, or did you food process that? These are food processed. You could also just chop them by hand. Like I said, 2 tablespoons would probably be what I was using if I was just doing like an adults only situation right now. Okay, ooh, it does. It smells a little spicy. Yeah, it's a little smoky, and it's just delicious, and it lends like a lovely hint of flavor to the sweet potato. Right? I'm also gonna slice up a little bit of butter. You could melt this, or you could just put it in just like this and let it start to melt in there and mash it all together. Okay, I need a tasting spoon. I got you, girl. Do you want to see if we need more? Wait, you want me to mash the butter in? Yeah, it'll melt pretty quickly. Okay. This is beautiful. Yeah. Are you a food stylist? Yes. Okay, let's get in here. It's what I do on the side. When you're not on all of your TV shows and jobs and CMOing. A little more salt. But so good, right? I know.
Yes.
You also could throw in like a little bit of lime juice if you wanted to, just like brighten it up even more.
By the way, that tastes so, like, you put a lot more things in it.
Literally how
It's
this took
very
us 5
dynamic.
minutes. Like this was nothing. I'm gonna get the lid.
Wow.
We're gonna add a little bit more melted butter before we serve, but this will
okay.
just sit on the stove until we're ready to make all of dinner come true. All of your dreams come true.
Oh my God.
Onwards and upwards, off to cream kale.
Yes.
I need you to tell everybody about the game you and Luca play. This is wild. I'm putting these away, but like, let's get into it.
Okay, the nasty game?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that what it's called?
It's basically called the gross game or the nasty game. And I'm gonna need a little bit more of that wine to confess. Okay, so I have a 10-year-old boy and then 2 little girls. But the 2 littles are too small to play. Every once in a while, when we've stayed up a little bit late or he has like a sleepover.
If you don't follow Hilary on Instagram for this game, you're missing out on quality content. Okay, continue.
Okay, first of all, I'm terrible at like editing photos and making like proper reels, but I'll just do like long stories with like what we're doing in here. Basically, everyone gets to have a spoonful and make a disgusting concoction with something out of the
Are
fridge.
you blindfolded while he's making it?
No, but it's honor system. So
Okay.
I can kind of have an understanding of what he's doing.
You can hear
back
what's
there.
happening.
I'm like, oh, he's
Yeah.
opening this kind of jar. Like, I know. We're
Yeah.
just like literally sitting on the countertops, you know?
Yes, I watched. It's
And
riveting.
it's horrible.
Tell me the grossest thing that he's ever done for you.
Okay, it was like anchovies, jam, maple syrup, a green olive with the pimento, and like a healthy shake of like fukuraki. I don't know if I ever say that right.
Furkaki.
Furkaki.
Absolutely not.
It's horrifying. It's horrifying. And then sometimes I make him things and he's like, not bad, not bad. I'm like, ah!
Here's what we're making today. We're making this roasted turkey breast that has an herb-crusted topping. We're making chipotle mashed sweet potatoes, garlic, green beans, and creamed kale. That's our menu. So we have the turkey in the oven. We've basted it once. We'll do it again. We have the sweet potatoes done. They're so good. We're gonna make some cheesy creamed kale.
I'm a first timer.
It's basically like spinach dip with kale, and it's so extra.
Great.
Okay, so let me grab the kale. I'm gonna give some of this to you.
Okay, this
Just
is not
take-
my specialty.
Have you
Getting
ever
these off
made,
the stalks.
have you made anything with kale?
Yes, I cook with kale often, but I've just never thought to do creamed kale.
Well, it's basically, you know, like when you're watching a football game and you want like a kale or a spinach dip?
Yes.
We just like made that appropriate for Thanksgiving.
Great.
So you know how to stem it?
I mean, I'm trying right now, but show me the ways.
Ready? So you have this whole thing. You're gonna take your 2 fingers right here and just do that.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
easier, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just do that and then like give it a quick tear.
So does this middle
Totally fine. It's like this chunky part we're
just
trying to ditch.
the woodsy part?
Toss it up and tear it in here as we go. You
Okay.
can literally, like if you have kids helping you in the kitchen, put them to work.
Okay.
Like this like Banks could do this.
Yes, she could.
Poppy, maybe not so much.
Not quite yet.
No, she also this is the only food she hates is kale.
Why?
The girl eats pepper, she eats chipotle, but like,
I don't think it's like a strong flavor.
so like grab a knife.
Just a rough chop, right?
Yeah, good job.
It's a mountain of kale.
It's a lot
It's
of
gonna
kale.
cook way down, right?
Yeah, we're gonna cook it for like 25, 30 minutes. Do this piece right here too.
Okay.
Okay,
She's
great.
offended by that piece.
I mean, it was one of the larger ones. Okay, so do you massage your kale?
I do. There's no other way.
There's no other way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some olive oil and we can just get our hands in there.
Okay.
And we're gonna do like a solid amount of olive oil, like a third a cup, half a cup. So we don't need a lot of olive oil when we're actually cooking this. And the reason you massage it is just because it like breaks it down a little bit. It's gonna be easier to wilt. So this is ready to go. And we're just gonna put this into our skillet right here. Okay, so we're just gonna put some olive oil in here, throw that in. I mean, we could technically do this other bunch of kale, but I feel like we have a decent amount. Okay, so this is on high-ish heat. There we go. And we're just gonna let this start to wilt down.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this on.
How long
so
is
it
that,
kind of
15?
Like, here's the deal. You could do this with chard, you could do this with spinach, you could do it with kale, any kind. You could mix and match your greens.
Okay.
Kale takes the longest. Like, it's gonna take like 20 minutes minimum.
Okay.
Spinach would take like 5 minutes.
Right.
And also it'd wilt down to like
Nothing.
yeah, 100%. Okay, so while that's going, let's baste our turkey. So you want to
Ooh.
grab those?
Yep.
Let me move this.
Oh my gosh, these onions even look great.
Doesn't it? Also, it smells like stuffing in here.
It does.
We're not even making stuffing, and it's giving me great joy.
My mom always makes the stuffing, and I have to learn how to make it before she dies. We joke about it all the time, but she's made the same stuffing that her grandmother used to make, and I don't know the secrets, but it's to die for.
You have to write that down.
And there's egg in it. Is that weird?
No, I put egg in my stuffing.
Hard-boiled egg.
Oh, no, that's different.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. Interesting.
We also had to eat turducken growing up. So,
What?
Yeah, which is a turkey stuffed with a duck stuffed with a chicken.
Wait, but I feel like turducken wasn't the thing until recently. You
In
grew
Texas,
up with that?
I've grown up with it, yeah.
Wow.
I know, and it always grossed me out.
I've never
Sorry,
had a
Mom and Dad.
turducken before.
It's really intense.
So we've got the kale going.
Should I stir this?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? Over here.
Oh, because we're getting crispy.
Yeah, turn it down a little bit.
We're on full heat over here. Whoa, baby.
Yeah, don't burn yourself. Perfect.
Okay.
But if your kale starts to brown, definitely turn down the heat. This is like a very hot burner. Okay, while that's going, I've got about a half a cup of butter over here, and I'm gonna pour in, as soon as this starts to melt a little bit more, a cup of panko breadcrumb. This is a crispy panko breadcrumb topping. It is heaven. We're gonna melt this butter and like let this toast a little bit. Let's season this with a little bit of Maldon. I'm gonna grab a lemon and zest this, and then I'm gonna put some pepper in here too.
Like half of the lemon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll use the rest of the actual lemon to season the kale with once it's done. But this is just gonna make this really lovely, like crispy topping.
I have a question about zesting.
Tell me.
Can you go too far into, you don't want to go too far into
You don't want
white?
the pith. Like you want it to, when you get to the like white part of the lemon,
Move along.
stop. Okay, so we're just gonna let this toast until it's nice and golden brown. It probably has another 5 minutes, but like keep your eyes on it.
Because it'll go fast,
yeah,
right?
it'll go very fast.
If Banks was here and she smelled this butter, carb, lemon zest, salt situation, she would just want to eat this.
Banks is my favorite human. I don't know how you do it, but you have 3 children and they are all magical. Like, and you also have crazy busy jobs.
Oh my God.
You're
I feel
busy.
like everyone in our music class is like that. Like they're all balancing careers.
It's like, but like, how do like my brain stopped functioning in its full capacity when I had a child? How do you do it with 3?
I think I'm in the same boat. Like you just do it. Like when they're yours, you just do it. And then, you know, we like obviously lean on people that help us succeed in doing that, right?
Yeah,
like
you have to have an
our
incredible
Lulus,
support
our husbands,
system.
our family. Like,
I know.
you know, it's just, it's a great juggling act.
So this is great. We're just gonna turn this off. This looks perfect. It's that buttery, toasty panko, and they're just like perfectly golden. I'm gonna turn it off the heat because the residual heat's gonna just toast it a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's give this a stir. It's
Okay.
looking
I'm gonna
amazing.
use 2.
Yeah, get in there.
We toss it up. I bet some of those brown, extra brown ones is gonna give it some nice flavor too.
It's
okay?
gonna make
Is that
it.
okay?
Yeah, no, everything caramelized is just flavor in my opinion.
Okay.
That looks great. I'm not even gonna put the lid back on.
Okay.
But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna come over here.
This is way hardier than like a spinach.
1000%. It's gonna like stand up on the table. I know.
It's a heavy cream.
Heavy cream, a little cream cheese, and a little fontina.
Oh my God, cream cheese? Yes.
Well, first we're gonna do some fontina.
Okay.
You just keep stirring.
I never use fontina.
It's an underrated cheese and it's fantastic. Everybody should buy more fontina. Just like a great melty cheese. If you can't find fontina, feel free to like use Gruyere. A white cheddar would be delicious.
Okay.
And then let's put this cream cheese in here. Very low cal, you guys.
Thanksgiving, it doesn't count.
It doesn't matter. Calories don't count on the holidays. I'm gonna turn this up a smidge. There we go. And this is just gonna cook. We're gonna season this with a little salt, a little bit of pepper, and then let's just do a little balsamic in there.
Okay.
I know, we're fancy.
Okay.
This is just gonna give it like a nice depth of flavor and add a little acid to it. We can also add that lemon that we...
What is this, a tablespoon?
Yeah, just like a splash, nothing crazy. And then I'm gonna come in with a little bit of lemon juice as well. And all this is gonna do is melt down. Literally, that's it.
This looks so good.
That looks perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is just, I'll pop the lid on that. We can turn off the heat entirely.
I want to eat this right now.
I know. Okay, so we've got all this going on. We've got wilted kale. We've got the cream cheese, which is going to make it creamy. We've got the fontina, which is going to add a little bit of spunk to it. Salt, pepper, balsamic to give it a depth of flavor, and some lemon juice. You could add lemon zest, too, if you wanted to.
Okay.
More flavor.
Great. That's
Just going to turn off from the heat. Is this off? There we go.
Not off.
That's off. And it's going to sit there, and we will add the panko bread topping
at the end
before we serve the whole meal. So this is a fun game. I like to play at all my dinner parties, but we're not at a dinner party yet, so I'm going to play it with you in the kitchen.
Okay.
Least favorite food?
Oh, my God. I don't know. I like all foods. I really do.
Are you team mustard or ketchup?
I love a mustard.
If you could go one place in the entire world, where would you go?
I am really looking to go to Greece.
Oh.
Never been to Greece.
Really? Okay, put it on the list. I'll go with you next summer.
Okay.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Pistachio or mint chocolate chip. Did you judge me after I said those two things?
No, I judged you a little bit after pistachio.
You're not a pistachio?
For me, I'm a chocolate and strawberry. Okay, what's one thing you always have in your fridge?
Salsa.
Oh, I love that. Are you a sweet or savory girl?
Salty.
Salty, yeah. Like if you could have another dish at dinner, would you have a pasta or a dessert?
Like this one?
Yeah.
I'd have a dessert. I think we're hitting a lot of savory.
Celebrity crush?
Jason Bateman?
Okay, so we just basted our turkey for the last time. It is beautiful and brown and golden, and that skin's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna teach you.
Are we gonna fight over the skin? How are we gonna do this?
There's like a decent amount. We can just cut it in half and both rip it off.
Whoa.
I'm gonna teach you how to make Omi's garlic green beans. Omi's my German grandmother.
Oh.
Do you have what do you call your grandma?
We
What
call
did
her
you call her?
Nanny. We don't. I am of German descent.
You
but
are?
I'm German-Irish.
I'm 50% German. I had no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have like a fancy German grandma, but.
Well, it's just not a fancy German grandma. She just makes really yummy green beans. But it's garlic, olive oil, tons of Parmesan, salt, pepper, and butter on any kind of veggie. You can steam it, you can roast it, you can saute it.
I see you do this.
That's basically what we're doing. So these are French green beans.
Okay. Do we leave the little thingies on?
Yes.
Okay.
So easy. You can buy them prepped just like this. They're called haricot bears. So we're just gonna take these. Let's throw them in here actually just for ease, and then we'll use this for something else. I'm gonna put them into some boiling water, and we're gonna blanch them.
So no snapping in half. We're leaving them long.
So easy. How hot is it? Okay, great.
She's boiling.
We're in a good place. These are just gonna go in here, and literally we're just kind of steaming them, blanching them, boiling them until they're fork
But we want
tenor.
some firmness.
Yeah, we don't want them to be overcooked. We just want them to be bright green still. Now we are going to make this little garlic situation. So I'm gonna give you these. There's an aggressive amount of garlic in this.
Okay, are we using all of this? I love garlic.
Let's do like 5 or 6 cloves. I'll give you this here. I'm gonna show you how this, you wanna chop one, I'll put it in here, or you want me to chop what? You do this.
Okay.
But like, look at it with the paper.
Okay.
It's so easy. Just shove it right in there. Yep. I like to radiate garlic at all times.
Right.
So
You're healthy.
I mean, garlic is flying.
Sorry, bro.
Okay, so just, 4, 5, 6. This is an aggressive amount of garlic. Like I said, you could tone it down, but Omi loves garlic.
Okay.
And Omi knows what's up.
Okay.
So all this is gonna go in here. I'm also gonna grab a shallot. We'll slice that up, and I brought you some red pepper flakes, because red pepper flakes and Maldon, I think, are staples to any kitchen.
Yep, I agree.
I use them all the time.
Do you want me to start working on this shallot?
Sure. We're just gonna put a little bit of red pepper flakes in there. A little bit goes a long way. Not too much.
Okay.
Tell May I love her, and I if these are too spicy for her, you could also very easily leave them out.
that. Okay.
You're gonna slice that. The green beans are
Am I doing the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to know an easy way to take off the paper?
Yes, I feel you judging me.
No, I'm not judging you. I don't judge my friends. If you cut it in half that way, then you can never. I'm never gonna judge you, except for the mustard over ketchup. Here, you slice that one.
Okay.
I'll slice this one. This will go straight in here. And we're gonna saute the garlic and the shallots and the red pepper flakes before we add the blanched green beans.
Okay. Is that all you want to do to no more chopping?
Yeah,
Just
no,
this
that was
little
perfect.
slice.
Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so over here, we have a little bit of olive oil. You wanna bring that whole bowl over?
Okay.
I'm gonna turn this on.
And just dump this in.
Here you go. Perfect. And we're gonna add a little bit more olive oil and just let that saute. And here's the key, when you're doing garlic, you don't wanna overcook it. Like you don't wanna get it too brown. You're just gonna cook it until it's like lovely and fragrant.
Okay.
So let that roll for a second. You can add a little salt in there to begin with too. Okay, so this is just starting to saute. It's lovely and fragrant. You wanna pick those up and drop them in?
Yes.
I'm gonna get a little bit of a lemon and just cut this in half. Okay, so this is insane. Go ahead and take 2 of those and just juice it right in there.
Right, okay.
You could add some lemon zest if you wanted to, but the juice is really gonna give it a ton of flavor. Perfect.
Right?
Yeah, that's great. And just let it kind of continue cooking for 60, 90 seconds, just so that like it soaks up all that yummy garlic and shallot goodness. Okay, so this literally is done. Those
Great,
cook
that's
for
so
like
easy.
8 to 10 minutes. Saute the garlic and shallot.
Okay.
Let's turn this off. Okay, we crushed it. Look at this beautiful bird.
She is gorgeous. Oh.
So let's remove this from here.
Okay.
See if I can do this without like spilling all
I
over.
can help you on this side.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
We're gonna let that sit there and rest. I'm gonna move this and we're gonna plate everything else up.
Okay.
What are you most excited about to eat and what are you most thankful for?
Okay. I think I'm most excited to eat the creamed kale and the sweet potatoes, but that bird smells delicious, but I loved all the sides. And I am so appreciative of my family and like as crazy as the world is right now, like all the other people that make my family go round. So
like the extended family.
yes, like I just feel very appreciative to have the people in my life that I have and to have them as, you know, sounding boards and comfort and community.
You have a pretty incredible team.
I really do.
Also, we have not touched on the fact that you are a CMO.
So I am CMO, which means Chief Mom Officer of Carter's, and I'm getting to be very creative and design like capsule collections.
Okay, so the crispy lemon panko topping is on top of that cream kale.
So good.
It's insane. You put the sweet potatoes in there. I'm gonna get a little bit of melted butter.
We're just adding a little more butter.
We just want a little bit more flavor. And then the last thing we have to do, well, 2 things. We're gonna slice up that turkey and
You're doing that, right?
Yeah, I'll do that. Literally the scariest part of any Thanksgiving, to cut open the bird and just like make sure it's perfectly cooked. That's gorgeous.
Okay.
We made a lot of sweet potatoes.
We did.
That's perfect.
We're gonna
we'll
have
save the rest for
leftovers.
leftover. All right, these green beans. And get all that garlicky shallot stuff out of there. Gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Are they good?
Yeah.
And now we can do the maldon. Like this is the real time to do maldon. So just give everything a little sprinkle. Here, you want to pour this butter on top of the sweet potatoes?
I do.
And then we'll do the turkey. Okay, we have to try everything. Here's a little spoonful.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever one. Those are sleeper hits.
That is so good.
It's
and honestly,
delicious.
it's perfectly sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfectly sweet. And that
Okay,
smoky
wait.
bit, okay. I'm taking a big bite.
I need your facial reaction to this.
Okay, is it hot?
No. It's warm, but it's not going to burn you.
I know.
I know. It's so good.
That's not right.
I know.
Whoa.
In the oven as a dip on game day, guys, this will go very far. And then these are, these are my favorite. How healthy is that? Like, it's just a nice, like, California nod to a green bean casserole. I mean, she's a spread.
She's a spread. I'm also thankful for all of this. Like, this is gonna make my Thanksgiving so stress-free.
I know. Are you gonna make all this?
I wanna make all of this. And I get to do it with my mom.
I love that. So this turkey, we already removed the bone on the bottom of it. So we can just take our knife and very carefully, not to cut ourselves, slice it at an angle. And like, look at that herby mixture both on top of the skin and under the skin. But this is beautiful. And then I'm just gonna slide my knife under the whole thing and transfer it right here. Gorgeous.
It is.
Wait, hold on.
Rearrange.
No.
Oh, we get to do this now?
We need to try a little bit of the.
Yep.
I know.
Come on. You're lying to me. The citrus,
The herbs,
the salt,
olive oil.
it's so good.
I know. This is the
A
same
little bit
kind
of fat underneath. Like, come on, it's very good.
It's next level. It's what I do on my
Show
actual,
us your
like,
styling. What's gonna
giant
happen
bird.
here?
Okay, so we just got those. We'll add some rosemary
This is
leaves.
stunning.
tuck
This is
them
so
in.
easy and stunning.
I mean, ta-da! This is a spread.
I know.
I'm really proud of us.
We're gonna eat all this, right?
We nailed it. Yeah, we are gonna eat all this. I mean, you're gonna eat all this. I'm
And you're
leaving.
gonna want. Gaby, thank you for helping me
You are
with this
welcome.
meal. Now I know what to do for Thanksgiving.
This is what friends are for. Talk to me about this situation you have over here. It's beautiful.
Okay, I set the table.
Tell me about what you did.
Okay, I know that
Beautiful.
you're also a professional at doing this. I have a little bit of a narrow table, so we get very cozy here on big dinner nights. But not at the napkins, which is very, like,
I love a linen napkin though.
love
But, like,
linen
this is
napkin.
cute.
This is cute and easy. Roll
You
it up.
literally just tie it.
You just tie it.
I'm like a
You can
just
put like a
throw
little
it on.
sprig of herb in
Do
here.
you do name tags or does everyone sit where they want to sit?
Usually I like everyone to sit where they want to sit because it's kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But that was it. Like a couple of like cute little vegetables or pumpkins.
Gorgeous. You're gonna
Like a
crush
little
it.
moment.
Cheers to
feel-
us.
I know. Thank you so much for all of this.
Thank you for doing it with me.
I
This is
feel
so
like
fun.
I get to like carry some of these tips through just normal life too.
And then next year we'll do it all over again and we'll bring Poppy and May and all the kiddos.
I can't wait.
I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Cheers.
Seriously, one of my favorite holidays.
Ah.
You're the best.